Career services departments have been experiencing disruption for a number of years now. Professional sites like LinkedIn allow students or graduates to connect with pretty much anyone. There's also a wealth of knowledge on YouTube and the rest of the internet, and online job portals have been around for the longest time. I got my first job through a job portal, and that was in 2012. When the community centers or the CCs first appeared, they were simple structures with a zinc roof, basic classroom facilities, and sports facilities. And my father used to reminisce about how he would go all the way to the CC just to watch television. But the community centers have since evolved from their bare-bone origins. These days, there are specialist CCs that focus on things like water sports, and even those that target PMETs. Looking at the CCs today, you'll see air-conditioned classrooms, karaoke rooms, gyms, fast food restaurants, and some are even linked to a building with the library inside. Much like the community center, the Career Services Center needs to evolve. They must rise up to become a key partner to provide value to students enrolled in the Institute of Education. The undergraduates of today, and I'm referring to undergraduates in the traditional sense, are probably going to be between the ages of 18 to 24. Most, if not all of them, have never experienced a life before the internet. We are talking about a generation that grew up with technology and has had information at their fingertips all this while. These are a generation of students with an unlimited access to knowledge at their fingertips. A simple Google search for how to write a resume yielded 301 million search results. If these students wanted to know more about interview etiquette or interviewing tips, they could simply go onto YouTube and watch through the scores of videos available online. If my point wasn't already obvious to you by now, it's that students who are motivated enough can find information on their own without turning to the Career Services Department. To stay relevant, the Career Services Department needs to add value. In my opinion, the low-hanging fruit would be to let students know what they don't know. This could be done by preparing a simple guidebook or checklist to point students in the right direction. Then they can do their own research to learn at their own time and pace. Perhaps it's because we work in institutes of education and maybe we drank our own Kool-Aid, thinking that learning doesn't really exist outside of a formal learning environment. While this intervention might be convenient for students and easy for the career services team to implement, it's not difficult to imagine why it might not be very popular. There's no visible or grand display of effort that might help boost your career. You could do some digital transformation and get a job board with your institution's branding on your website. But if we really think about it, what value does it add to the student? These job portals are probably already powered by existing portals like JobStreet or Job Central. So do students get preferential treatment when they apply for jobs through the portal? Are they given access to jobs that are only available through that portal? Let's be honest with ourselves, that seems very unlikely. So now we've established that simply being the provider of information is no longer enough, and career services teams need to move up the value chain. In my opinion, the main way to do this would be to build strong relationships with employers so that students can get an inside look at their organization. Arranging company visits, getting campus recruiters to come down and talk about their organization's specific hiring process, getting the hiring managers to come down to share about the jobs, the roles and the responsibilities, and what they look for in a candidate, perhaps even sharing what it takes to get a job in their team. These are things that students may not easily be able to find on the internet. But with the rise of employer branding, this might change. What about running industry-specific events? These are small, targeted sessions between the industry representatives and a specific group of students. Kind of like what the Workforce Singapore has been doing with their industry-focused job fairs. I understand that these targeted sessions are going to be small and not as grand as a generic job fair where you get employers from every industry and call down students from every major. But shouldn't the impact of your initiative take priority over the visibility it gives you? Now this video is part of a two-part series where I talk about career services in higher education. In the other video, I share my opinions on why I think career services teams need to have the ability to do sales, marketing, and branding. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you found value in this video, please help me out by liking the video. And if you want more content like this, remember to subscribe. If you really want to show your support, you can turn on the notifications as well.